Okay, hello and welcome to another video. Today I just wanted to show off Eula's damage in Genshin Impact. From the summoning video a few days ago I said I'd try and do a showcase with their damage output, so I'm just going to be testing on some of the bosses in Genshin today. Start with Stormterror. I've been using this team, I like it a lot. I know I should probably do a little bit more with the superconduct resonance, with the lowering of physical resistance even further, but I find this team works really well as well. It's also very good for clearing out mobs because of the extra shatter damage. I just figured I'd go through each one of the bosses in the game with her to try and show off the damage against some stronger enemies. I know some of them aren't too hard, like Stormterror is really not that difficult. But big health bar, so easier to show off the damage. So it's very handy having Zhangli for even more physical resistance shred.
Stabilize.
She's a little bit faster than I thought she'd be for a Claymore user. Her damage output is very good though.
Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
Hopefully this should land before he gets up. That went a lot faster than I thought it would. Thought you might live with a little bit, but was that 120,000? What that crit for? He died a lot quicker than I expected him to. Well, let's Stormterror out of the way anyway, I guess. I'll pause the recording real quick and then we should be back when I get to the wolf, since we can't teleport there. Right, we're at the wolf boss fight now, but I've just thought to myself there I didn't show off the artifact sets, which would probably be a good idea. Just so you can see what I'm running on Eula. So she is still only level 80, I didn't have the resources for 90 at the moment. Running with Serpent Spine, just refinement 1, but it does. So you get a lot more damage with Serpent Spine, as probably one of her best star slots. Best 4-star weapons in slot, I want to say. But if you are free to play, if you can get Black Cliff Slasher, that should be really good as well. Just replace the crit rate. Sorry, just replace the crit damage helmet with crit rate maybe if you're struggling a bit to get crit rate, or just try to get some decent rolls. So if you're running Cryo Resonance, you might actually be fine just running crit damage on both the helmet and the weapon. If you can't get Black Cliff Slasher, then I'd say just go with the Snowtome Star Silver, as Eula is a physical damage character anyway, so they should still do a good amount of damage. As for artifacts, I'm running two-piece Bloodstained and 2-piece Pale Flame for the 50% bonus physical damage. Here's some of the rolls I'm working with at the moment. I like having a good amount of energy recharge because she does have an 80 cost ultimate, but it does a lot of damage when you can get it off. Got a good amount of crit damage on the feather there. I didn't expect it to roll that much into crit damage. More crit damage, more energy recharge. Not too many attack percentage rolls, but crit damage is more important late game anyway. And these were sort of what I could get before she came out. So you probably could get some better rolls on some things, like this could have maybe crit rate as well instead of the flat HP or the HP stat. But these work really well, I find. Overall, she gets crit damage as she levels up as well. These are her overall stats, 57% crit rate. She gets another 15% from the Cryo Resonance buff, which gives you an extra 15% crit damage if the enemy is affected by Cryo or is frozen. 193% crit damage, that goes up to 200% if I had her level 90. The energy regen, I've got 142. And then I've got 108.3% physical damage bonus. I do have her Constellation 1, so I can get another 30% if I consume a Grimtide. Sorry, not Grimtide, Grimheart. Buff, and then she also her talents have a lot of physical shred as well, so like if you use the whole skill in here on this ability, Per stack, she will get have their sorry. It says it there, but if crime starts to consume, surrounding opponents will have their physical resistance and crime resistance decreased. For each stack consumed and convert into the brand, and that deals cryo damage to any nearby enemies. Here's all the talents that I have at level 8 at the moment. Here's the multipliers on them. She gets defense bonus as well, and I believe she gets some resistance to interruption. Yeah. And then the ult, she gains stacks while the ult is up, and then once it bursts, each one of the stacks increases the damage by 128%, which is kind of mad. But anyway, I will do the wolf boss fight now. Sorry about stuttering, still kind of new to recording. So the wolf can be a bit more of an annoying fight because he's the phase in the middle where he doesn't take less damage, but you have to sort of wait for him to do his transition.
Beg for mercy.
That missed. Also has some weird hitboxes sometimes. Yeah, the only other problem with Serpent Spine is because you're taking increased damage per the stacks on it, it means your shields break a lot easier.
Rack and ruin.
I didn't know the wolf was also immune to cryo, I thought he was just immune to animal, but there you go. I've already had cryo DPS dealer before, so would have never noticed it. I'm gonna get into the transition stage. I still have to hit him with that for the stack, so. Yeah, no, it's very hard to hit the wolf sometimes. Get some healing back, since he gets through these shields relatively easily.
Beg for mercy.
Okay, there we go. There's the transition. Sorry if that was a bit messy. Sometimes I find the hitboxes on the wolf to be a bit messy. I normally used to run this with Cleese, so I just have bombs down and then he'd end up running into them whenever he did that charge and taking damage. Plus you can also just stick up Zhongli Pillar and make him run into that. Right. See how we can do against this stage. Get this up real quick. Get this up. And just stick her ultimate up. Oh, I should have used a hold before that. That's my bad. That did a big chunk.
Eye for an eye.
Would have done even more if he wasn't immune to the cryo part from the initial hit. It actually deals with him quite well. That's my bad. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, no, I kind of played that a bit poorly there at the end, but figured he was nearly dead, so I kind of didn't pay as much attention. Right, I will be back with, I think I'll do Childe next.
If we head to higher ground, we can do a full recon of enemy activity in the area.
Right, we're back outside of the Childe fight, or Tartagula? I can't say that. But whichever one you want to call him. This fight I might take quite a bit of damage because Childe does a lot of damage, and with the Serpent Spine, the more stacks you have, the more damage you take, but also the more damage you do.
This opportunity is quite hard to come.
The only problem with this fight is you'll be taking 3% more damage up to 5 times, so 15% more damage.
Bye. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Crush.
So quick to flee.
Need to get that hold up for the extra physical damage.
Fine opportunity.
As you can see, it's just kind of melting the result bar.
Cowering already.
Rack and ruin.
But as I said, you also take a lot more damage.
Guess I should stabilize.
You gotta keep the shield up as much as you can.
Beg for mercy.
No use hiding back there.
Eye for an eye.
My turn.
Try to get any invincibility frames you can. Skip this as soon as it let me. There we go. Right now, hopefully we can get a big burst off.
No, my sword.
Throw everything out. Do this.
Vengeance will
The
be
ult.
mine.
I missed that. That's not good.
I condemn you.
Lower that. Another big chunk of damage with the ult. Shield back up again. I'm not gonna get a stack, but this should still reduce his resistance by a little bit. Takes care of Childe quite easily. I already got this week. Yeah.